So hey, Northside, thanks for joining us just for the next couple of minutes. We're kind of doing the sermon recap from this past Sunday, and Julie Eastman was teaching this past Sunday and did an excellent job in our series called Simply Church. First week we looked at how we need to keep Jesus simply at the center. On Sunday, what you talked about was the idea of simply seeing others. And so, as I was sitting in the sermon and listening to you teach, one of the things that was coming back to me is, okay, how do we live this out? And I know you touched upon that. Could you reiterate just a second? How do we simply see others in your life?
I think for me, one of the things that I do is I pray before I walk into any space and before I'm going into my home discipleship group or my triad. Lord, help me to see what you see. Help me to not say things that you don't want me to say, and help me to just be present in that. I know that also just in the day-to-day of life, like when Jeff went on a conference and I got to have a day off while he's stuck at business, and I'm walking around the community and I'm, Lord, open my eyes to what you would have for me this day. And I ended up running into a lady that had just lost her niece and was struggling, and I was able to step in there and pray with her, and I would not have been able to do that had I not been praying before I was spending some time alone and walking through the community. So I think I don't always do that, but that is something I would love to always be doing.
Right. And I would say the same. I think when I live out this idea of seeing others, it's basically wherever I am, I'm trying to have that mindset where I'm thinking about, okay, God, I'm walking into D group on Wednesday night. Who might say something that I need to see them and say, hey, I see you. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to walk beside you and just to see you and love you in this moment. Even thinking about it, if I'm in Walmart, I'm in the grocery store, and just kind of keeping my eyes wide open in that moment. And I'm using this phrase, you probably heard me use it, where it's like, if you listen long enough, people will tell you what they're really thinking. And sometimes what I think it is, we're just not slowing down long enough to be able to see people. Yeah. I know that you talked about the idea of our calendars also, and does that.
Yes, that's a huge part of what I shared too, is that my calendar can be so full, and I hate that I can miss opportunities to step in and create a friendship or to see somebody and hear somebody and what's on their heart, just because I'm so busy and consumed with my own things that I miss that opportunity. And so that's definitely something, as I look into this week, being more and more intentional about.
Absolutely. Hey guys, thanks for joining us for these last couple of minutes, and we look forward to this next week.
Yes, Brandon.
Brandon's going to be teaching in the series Simply Church, and we're going to be talking about simply doing our part. And what's our part? What's your part? We know what God's always going to be faithful to His part. So looking forward to that sermon. Looking forward to seeing you guys. You guys continue to have a great week. Take care.